has changed?
Hi, welcome to the channel. My name's Future Skelly, in case you couldn't see. So yeah, I love games, you love games. Here's the deal. I get bored if I play the same game for forever. I'm sure you guys do too. And while Roblox is great, sometimes you just want an actual well-made game. So here's the deal. On a weekly-ish, maybe? Who knows? Maybe monthly. We'll figure it out as we go. Basis, I'm going to review a handful of free games that have popped up on Steam recently that caught my eye. This week we have a horror game, one that's kind of like a Roblox game, and then another one that I don't even know really where to start with that one. So we'll get there when we get there. But anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Have fun, like it if you like it, don't if you don't, follow if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in a second. So, Calorie Mate. All that I could find, made by Calorie Mate Games, obviously, on the Steam Workshop. If you go and look at their page, they actually don't have any other games yet, so this is their first one. Honestly, for a first game, I really enjoyed it. I didn't play all of it. I think I played like 20 minutes. I really enjoyed that bit. So essentially, you start out in the main area, or not in the main area, you start out on a selection screen. So yeah, whenever you start out, you get three options. You can either be Calorie Mate Fruit Mix, Calorie Mate Yogurt, or Calorie Mate Liquid Cafe au lait flavor. I don't know what it means, don't speak French. It looks good, but here's my question. They all have stat bars, so I don't know if that's going to be a future thing where they're going to get different stats or not. I don't really see the point of that personally, but I think it'd be pretty cool if they did. But no, I really enjoyed this one. So essentially the whole point of this game is you are a drink. This is just an ad for, I think it's like a Japanese energy drink, because if you look on the back, it's just Japanese. You're just a Calorie Mate drink, and from the entire part of the game that I got through, your entire purpose is just to try and be a drink for the dude that's programming. That's it. You gotta fight some monsters, you gotta do some parkour. I assume there's more. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I got to the parkour, played it for like 20 minutes. Not the parkour, the whole game. And I could not get past it. I'm not good at parkour, never have been, probably never will be. But I did my best to get past it and I just could not. From this point, it took me like 10 minutes to get past the first portion. Because I did not realize, I didn't listen, which is on me. But I didn't listen and I did not realize that you're supposed to attack the S guys. But apparently that's how you get past the first part. I went back, redid that. I will say, one sucky thing about this game is, if you die, I assume there may be checkpoints later, but as far as I got, if you die, you just gotta restart. And there is healing in the first portion, don't get me wrong, but in the second portion, there were 0 health packs. And you lose health every time you hit any of the obstacles. I don't care if it's a hammer, I don't care if it's a knight, I don't care if it's a Mickey, I don't care if you get spit on by dragon flames. That's another thing. This is by far the most bizarre game that we're covering today. You get past the first portion, and it's pretty chill. You're fighting bugs in your developer's code, right? I get that. That's cool. The second portion is just a Miku fighting a dragon with parkour in the background, and there are floating animals with like rave lights, and there are hammer swinging, and there's a knight walking, and it's all supposed to be like a storyboard. I don't get it. I loved it. The game was great. Definitely worth checking out. If you're curious in it at all, I would say I'm not going to spoil it, but I've already told you part of it. But I think I played less than like probably a 10th of the game, if I'm being honest. Maybe not a 10th. I definitely played less than like a third or a fourth. So yeah, if you're at all curious in this, definitely worth checking this one out. So, our second game of the night. Honestly, Early Mellow, I don't know what to say about it. Here's my thought. It's a great game, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it. It was a pretty short playthrough, like, I think 15-20 minutes. It was great. I finished the entire game, loved it. Here's a quick synopsis, just in case. In case you want to play more and you don't want me to spoil it for you, I'll tell you how it goes. You wake up, there's not a ton of lore as far as I could tell. You wake up, you're a kid in a bird costume. You're on the street, by a campfire, and you just gotta walk and find stuff. And that's it. You just kind of walk and find stuff, and then you end up in a desert. And that's as far as I'm gonna tell you right now. Again, if you think you're interested in this, stop listening now. Just stop listening and go play it. That is the best thing you can do for yourself, because this game is so much better experienced by playing it. And I think all of you should go play it personally and go look at the developers. Hugo and William did a great little job on this game, and I love it so much. The graphics, the style, I guess is the way to put it, are awesome. It's pixelated, and it only comes in like 9 by, I don't know about 9 by 9, but that cubed window, that's all you get. So that's all the footage you're going to see is in that cubed window, and I love it, because it caught me off guard. It was great. It was a fun little game that I was not expecting, and it was amazing. But anyway, we're going to go into some spoiler territory now. So essentially you start out, like I said, as a kid in a bird mask. You go to the desert, and you find this shack and a guy. I cannot show you the guy. I'm going to have to blur him. He probably is on screen right now. He's wearing not enough. That's the best way I can put it, is he's just not wearing enough. And he doesn't have arms or legs. They're just kind of like bones. And he says, hey, bro, I need 400 bucks. Here's an axe. Go chop down some cactuses. So you go chop down the cactuses, and it was fun. I enjoyed that because the cactuses are silly looking and they kind of dance. There's music playing the whole time once you get into the game. There's music the entire time. And especially when you start the game up, it is really creepy and foreboding. And I love it. It's amazing. But no, so you go out to the desert, you chop the cactuses, and you take it back, and you only get 60, because there are only 6. He says, hey, go to sleep, champ. You've earned it. Wait till tomorrow. So you go to the house that opens up, and you go to sleep. And you wake up, and you have that little clip that I showed you guys earlier that I'm going to replay now. And essentially, you just have a gun now. It's just on the table. The gun and the flashlight are just there for you. Do you need the gun? No. Not now. Not yet. But you will. Anyway, you grab the gun, you walk out, and there are blood trails. And I love, man, I cannot stop gushing over how this game looks. I just love it. It's amazing. So you walk out, you see the blood trails, and you follow them. This took me embarrassingly long. There's a cigarette and a boombox, and you have to take them. I did not realize that you could pick them up, but you can, and you should. So you pick them up, you take them where you're supposed to go, and then you have the outro, because the game just ends with a cutscene. And I think I'm just going to let you guys watch that in its entirety now. Okay, so you see what I'm talking about when I say this game's a little trippy, right? Honestly, it was great. The music that came on during the second portion got me so tensed up. It was the middle of the night when I played this game. I was already high on caffeine. I cannot tell you how hard that kicked my flight or fight response. Just like straight from standard resting to overdrive. It was immediate. But no, it was great. I didn't love the jump scare at the end, but it was a horror game, so I get it. Honestly, I know you guys have just listened to me tell you everything about this game. I still really recommend this game, and I still really think all of you should go play it. And support the developer, follow them on Steam, heart the game, send a little comment or like, do whatever. This game's amazing, and I recommend you all play it. So, now we have our last game of the day. We've gone through a weird drink game, we've gone through a horror game. Now we're going to go through essentially a glorified Roblox game, if we're being entirely honest here. This is Petland's First Steps. This is a prologue, so I assume that there's more to the game that's either going to come out or is going to be paid or something. But if you've ever played any of those, like, Roblox, like, collectathon, I guess is the word, essentially you just have pets and you can click yourself, or your pets will make money for you. And the whole objective is to get more money to unlock the next area, to unlock cooler pets. I will say, I did not finish this one. I finished Early Mellow, I couldn't finish Calorie Mates. I was not going to put in the time to finish this one. Because, like I said, personally, I think there are better options on Roblox. This is still a fun game. If you want something a little silly just to try out, I think it's worth it. Essentially, you start in the main area, and you just, like I said, you progress as you go. You get pets, there are different rarities to them. Sometimes they can be mega, sometimes they can be golden. You have all these different little fancy things that go on them. You can get items where you can upgrade your pets, you can get gems where you can upgrade yourself, so like you can either make your pet inventory bigger, or you can make your pickup capacity, like your area larger, you know? Just like the general kind of stuff and like upgrades that you would expect from this kind of game. It's fun. Would I replay it? Definitely not. But if you're just looking for something silly and free to do, you know, why not? There's this goofy little goober right here. He makes me uncomfortable, but he's here, and he's doing his best. So like, go give it a game, go give it a try, go play it a little bit. It's fun, it's silly, I don't know how long it is. It could be the longest game I've ever played, and I'll never know, because I'm not going to finish it, but it looks fine. Doesn't look awful. Again, personally, I'd rather go play, like, the Roblox equivalents, because I think they're better personally, but that's just me, you know? Give it a shot. Try it, I guess. I don't know, that's up to you.
I'm walking through a land of peace and harmony.